So, Keith Potger, who I've known for a number of years since we inducted you into the Hall of Fame with Music Victoria, and he lives in Braidwood, and he was very sad he couldn't be here today, but he asked me to read out this speech. I'm disappointed that my commitments interstate have kept me away from this wonderful occasion. Please accept my apologies. The following comments are my personal thoughts. Judith, Athol, Bruce and I have had a wondrous career. With that career have come many acts of recognition that we all feel proud to have received. However, this official gesture by the City of Port Phillip is unique in its scope and its timing. The reason is that it comes 63 years, almost to the day, after Judith first joined Athol, Bruce and me to sing at the Treble Clef Coffee Lounge in South Yarra. That gathering 63 years ago was the beginning of a journey that took us to unimagined heights. Every journey needs a path, and now here we are with our very own path, Seeker's Way. My connection with this locality goes back to when I was 7 years of age. My family and I were immigrants to Australia in 1948, coming from Sri Lanka. The coincidence of this location is that our first address in our new country was only a few hundred feet away in Ackland Street. My playground for many years was St Kilda Park, where I also went to school. The wider world of Melbourne gave me some of the happiest days of my life. I could never have known that my musical career, along with my singing brothers and little sister, would be recognised in a significant way, a real way, the Seeker's Way. How appropriate that it only runs one way. Going back, no going back, I have no regrets. It's also significant that this thoroughfare contained the building that was once the hub of our management. While we didn't spend a lot of time in that building, it was occasionally the scene of some rehearsals for our recordings and tours. It was there where we met to thrash out contracts, recognise each other's birthdays, and generally keep the Seeker's name ticking along, eventually leading to this 63-year anniversary of the group's formation. I'm so pleased we've been given a way, not a lane, not a place. I believe that everyone should have a way. A way to understand with sensitivity, a way to show empathy and compassion, a way to treat the land with the same respect that the oldest continuous culture this world has known has treated the land. In my opinion, this must be the way forward. In closing, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the City of Port Phillip for the honour. Thanks to Paddy and Sandra Gansos for making it happen and the whole team, and the diligence in turning a tiny dream into a reality. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank my dear compatriots in song and harmony, Judith, Athol and Bruce. Together we've been part of a wondrous story, the story that is still evolving as this current event confirms. Lovely words, Keith. From Athol, who also recognises St Kilda's role in the formation of his career and the group. St Kilda put the finishing touch to many teenage years with Luna Park fun, and then there was its great cafes, restaurants, pubs and the odd big band. As trad jazz clubs emerged nearby in the 50s and 60s, folk, blues and gospel gained large followings, including 4 individuals pursuing completely different agendas. St Kilda's musical foundation, venues and structure would ensure them plenty of opportunities to find their niche and each other and finding the Seeker's Way. Thank you, Athol.
Looks like it's my turn. Good morning, everybody. It's a special day for me to be here representing my old mates Keith and Athol, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. And just as well, this is an 18-point type, by the way. Yes, as Serge said, I'm a St Kilda boy, born and bred. I grew up about less than a kilometre from where we're standing now. And St Kilda from my early years was my centre of my world. It was my playground and my inspiration. Live music was everywhere, and as a kid, I spent a lot of time down at the Junction Oval, as it was known, just down the road, following the Saints Footy Club. Just a wonderful place to grow up. And music was very much a part of my life from an early age, and it led me to team up with Athol, Keith and Judith to become a part of this legendary group, the Seekers. As Serge said, Judith had her office just down the street here, and we used to gather there quite often to rehearse songs for our concert tours, argue the toss about a few contracts, and generally enjoy each other's company. And I'm sure I speak for Athol and Keith in saying what an honour it is to have this street named after us. And I know if Judith were here, she would be absolutely thrilled as well. We had an incredible journey that I still marvel at. We made an important mark on Australian and world music, having been the first Australian group to succeed at the highest level. So many proud moments, and we did it our way, the Seekers way. Thank you.